All right. So let's go to the next problem. A work sampling study was made of a cargo loading operation for the purpose of developing a standard time. During the total 120 minutes of observation, the employee was working 80% of the time and loaded 60 pieces of cargo. The analyst rated the performance at 90%. The firm wishes to incorporate an allowance factor for fatigue, delays, and personal time of 10% of normal work time. What is the standard time for this operation in minutes per piece, given the allowance is added to its normal time? So take note of this. Okay, so let's solve this problem. Right, so for the solution, so we have the allowance factor based on job time. Or in other words, allowance factor plus normal time. So for the standard time, is equals to the normal time multiplied by 1 plus allowance factor. So what is the normal time? So the normal time is what? 120. So where do we get this 120? Okay. So the 120 here is the number of observations, and 0.8 is the percentage of the proportion of time that the workers are working. Okay. And 0.9 is the performance rating. Okay, next. Over 60. So what is 60 here? So the 60 here is this 60 pieces, okay, of the cargo. Because we are being asked to get the standard time per piece. Okay, that's why we divide this by 60. Okay, then we should multiply this with 1 plus the allowance factor. What's the allowance factor? 0.10. Because it is 10%. So the standard time is equal to 1.584. Okay, so let's check if that is correct. 1.58 or letter A, 1.58. Okay, so correct. So letter A is the answer. 1.58 is the standard time for this operation in minutes per piece. Okay, so next problem. Given the data below, compute for the standard time per piece. Okay, so we have the information here, the source of data, the second column, the data for 1 day, in the third column. So the total time expended by the operator, okay, the number of parts produced, working time in percent, idle time in percent, average performance index, okay, and the sources of data and the data for 1 day. So we will use that for getting the standard time per piece here. So how do we solve this? So for the solution, we will get standard time per piece. So it is equal to normal time multiplied by 1 plus allowance factor. What is our normal time? So where do we get 480? So the 480 here is the total time expanded or spent by the operator in working. And 0.85 here is what? Is the proportion of time that the worker or the operator is working. Next, multiply it by what? The performance rating, which is 1.1 because it is 110. Okay? Over the per piece. What is per piece? 420 pieces. Okay? That is produced. Multiply by 1 plus the allowance factor of 15%. So that is why it is 0.15 here. So we got 1.23. Okay, so let's see if 1.23 is the answer. Yes, correct. 1.23 minutes is the standard time per piece here. Okay? So next problem. The National Bank of Sakari has opened up 2 new drive-thru teller windows outside its main office building in downtown Sakari. The bank is not sure that it needs both windows open all days. So it has decided to conduct a work sampling study to 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The work sampling study was conducted at random over a 5-day period, and the following observations were recorded. So here are the given the observation, number of observation, which is up to 30. The number of tellers idle. Okay, 1 or 2. It is 1 or 2 or 0. 1 means one teller is idle. 2 means 2 tellers are idle. And 0 means both tellers are productive. They are not idle. Okay? So bank management wants the study to be 5% accurate with 95% confidence level. So how many additional sample observations should be taken? So again, the question here is additional observations. So we will subtract, okay, 30 observations, okay, to what we will be getting. So how do we solve this? Of course, using the formula of the sample size again. Okay, for the solution, first we should get the mean or the average, okay, of the data. So we get the summation of number of tellers idle. Okay, so why do we get that? Because it is what we are measuring here. Okay, the number of tellers idle. Okay, so over 30 because there are a total of 30 observations. So number of tellers idle will just sum those 102, 102, okay, in the given. So it is 34 over 30. So it is equal to 1.1333. So we will have the probability that what? A teller, of course, that a teller is idle. Okay? Because it is what our data is about. So 1.1333 over 2 because there are 2 tellers. So 0.5667 or 0.57. Okay, that is the probability that the teller is idle. So at 95% confidence level, it is 1.96 z value. So we can now use the formula of sample size. So n is equal to z 1.96 over the what? The accuracy, 5%, 0.05, multiplied by 0.57, the probability that the teller is idle. Then the Q, just minus the P2, or we just deduct the value of P to 1. So it is equal to 376.6 round up, so 377. We just subtract 30 from 377, so we have 347. Okay, so let's check if it is the correct answer. 347, letter B, so correct. So our solution is correct. Okay. Okay, so that's the part 2 of the review under the subject of work study and measurement. So see you in the next part.